This is for all those recruiters who would like to take their career to the next level. Not only the skills that you are currently utilizing in your work, but also you need to focus on your communication skills. Communication skills, it could be for your interaction, it could be for your screening, or it could be for your negotiation. Now, two types of communication, right? One is you do the communication via phone, oral communication. Another is the written communication. Now, whatever the stage that you are currently here, at your current stage, whatever the communication, the way you are interacting, that brought you to here. In order for you to go to the next level, definitely you need to expand the way you interact. Now I'm going to share three tips that can definitely going to give you a better results than what you are currently doing. Now, if you are not communicating with people in English, primarily that's what we are talking about, you got to improve that skills, that how you even start communicating with the people. Okay. If you are aware of the general tenses and you don't have much fear communicating with the people, and you know how to interact, you are able to understand, you can able to listen, then these tips are going to add more to what you are currently getting. So here the three things are clarity, second is your confidence, third is your empathy. These are the three elements you go to use in your day-to-day communications. Now first about the clarity. Here we are not a native English speaker, right? We not know that. In India, we have our own regional languages, and English always been a second language for the people who never been to English medium schools. Like me, I never been to English medium schools. English has one of the fearful subject for me in school as well as in the college as well. I had a deep MTI. I did not know tenses. I did not know how to frame sentences. I did not know how to write sentences because I could not able to remember the spellings. That was one of the biggest problem. And moreover, the tenses and do not know which time we should be using, where we should use shall, where should we use will, where it is going to was, is. That was the bigger problem for me. I had faced this problem. I encountered this problem when I went to Hyderabad looking for a job. I did not know that speaking English is really required for somebody to grow in their life, in their career, in their profession. Being in India, I did not know that because nobody was else there to tell me that along with your percentages, along with your education, communication plays a major role. I did not know that. Only I could able to know when I failed more than 40 interviews. Then I realized, I got an advice that why don't you focus on upgrading your communication. I was thinking I am talking right. For example, if I say, I used to say zigzag, issue, uh, salary, vibration, first floor. You see the kind of different sound it comes, right? So that's how people from Odisha, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, different region have different voice, that we could say MTI in the pronunciations. Now it is okay if I talk to people from my region, but if we take this to a way of a proper business communication, somewhere it seems that it is not like not that much of clear, or we could say that's not a smooth English, or Queen's English, or whatever it is they call it. Like it's not like a more of a mother tongue comes in, right? More of a regional way of communication comes in. So if you are in that phase, no need to worry. All right, definitely it can be changed. If you are not good at tenses, you can also change that. If you are not able to speak English for a longer period of time explaining things, don't worry. Let me switch off the AC here. Why? Anything that you want to improve, that can be improved. First thing, how I'm telling you, from my experience. A guy never been to English medium school. Now I'm talking in front of you, talking for you, explaining in English about how you can improve your English communication, and I have authored a book. So this has enough experience for me to see what I have done. At the same time, I become a director of talent acquisition, working as a general recruiter. That's where I have started my career. I have seen so many ups and downs, and I wish you do not go through any of that, because when we lack our communication, it hampers our growth. When we lack our communication, we could not able to negotiate better, and that is going to impact on the pay, salary, promotions, and financial side as well. And moreover, if we do not interact properly without having a proper communication skills, now we could not able to establish an authority. Now if you want to be a leader, if you want to be a manager, or if you want to influence people, definitely you got to improve your communication no matter where you are. Now you think it is not possible? Absolutely it is possible. It is absolutely possible. Now we are good at communicating in our mother tongue, in our regional languages, right? So there is no doubt about it. Only the thing is, you have to take that knowledge, you need to take that information and communicate in a different language. That's it. It is just a skill. The way you have learned your bicycle, your bike, your car, or staying in the night shift, the way how you talk to candidates, how you have learned recruiting, this is the same way you got to learn it if you are really committed to see yourself growing. Got it? So first thing you should be focusing is on our clarity, that what you want to say. Do not think while saying, but already think what you want to say. That is one of the things. So I'm going to share my experience here, and that's what I'm doing it now. And this is the examples. All right. So be clear on what you want to share. So think in English, speak in English. Most of the time what we do, we think in our regional language and we speak in English. We try to give the answer in, it's like translation, right? Don't translate it, but speak English the way it has to be spoken. So think in English whatever you want to say. Initially it may take some time, but yes, with practice it's very much easy. Nowadays it's whenever I'm talking in my way also, in a general way also, it general English thoughts comes in, right? The way thought you are thinking. So some people, my trainer used to say that think in English, talk in English, sleep in English, walk in English, play in English, bath in English, everything you need to do in English. So what is that going to happen is, you are going to imbibe that everything. Now, if you are easily, if you are able to think in English, easily you could able to say it in English. This is what is clarity important. And second thing is, do not try to speak long sentences. Use simple English and explain in short manner, short sentences. Okay, don't go with a longer sentences the way we do in our regional language, in our mother tongue. So don't do that. Avoid doing that. Second thing, that's what I was told you, right? What is that? Confidence. What is confidence? When you understand and you know that what you are talking, then the confidence comes in. And in order for you to tell people or make people listen to you, avoid using unnecessary sounds. Mm, uh, Using words like right. Everybody is going, right? I was doing this, and everybody was watching, right? You see, people sometimes say right, right, right all the time. Don't use that. In your general way of communication it is happening, but when you are in professional communication, avoid that thing. Another word you hear is we were going to the picnic, and there we found the safari guy who used to take the people for the forest safari. That guy was not there, but and that avoid it. So only speak it is which is important and in a very simple language. Simple. So only get in with the tenses present simple, past simple, or future simple. Don't get into the passive of any sentences, right? Like uh, I took the bags while I was traveling, rather than saying the passive sentence, right? The bags has been taken by me while I was traveling. So don't say it in a different different manner, but say it in a simple language. That's one of the suggestions I would like to give. And here is the empathy. When you are interacting with the people, make sure you acknowledge. You say, hmm, okay, yes, oh wow, wonderful. So, what is that happening? You are acknowledging. And don't just acknowledge for the sake of acknowledgement, but make sure that you give the emotion behind it. Okay? It is about the intonation, the sound modulation, along with how you're reciprocating to an individual, those who are talking to you. That is very much important if you're talking in a business communication. Don't just say, yeah, 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 yes, yes, okay, okay. Don't do that. Say only once with intention. That would be enough. Second thing is, when you are communicating with someone, how you can show that you are empathetic, meaning you are connected, meaning you understood, meaning you are listening to the individual. How would you do that? When you ask question in order for a clarification. If a candidate is explaining you about the job requirement, if your friend is explaining you about something else, if your management is explaining you something else to you, so you would say, help me understand that I got it correct. Then you phrase it once again with your own language, that what you have learned. So when you ask the question once again, that whether you understood it or better or not, then what happens then? That they think, it puts an impression that you are really listening. All right. So use these three things and let me know how you are implementing in your English communication. All right. This is Suman Pachigulla on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters. Bye bye.